Let's go. So as we head to Brazil, already ourselves with Brazil even, and still the worst team in the grid, but there's no difference in the reg changes. Hopefully with the upgrades that we have going on, in time for, I believe, 24th of November, probably on the final races. I don't know. It's the race weekend. Once our pole line, I'm not going to bother with practice. Just jump straight into qualifying. We can go from there.
Okay, I need your attention. The tech regulations are changing. There's a risk some of our hard work will be undone, so we need to mitigate it. As soon as you can, I want you to look at the developments we have and tell us what areas you want to invest in.
Air durability. How many resource points do we have? 721. Of everything on the durability. Try and get those on for Saudi. At least I'll do all the pre-reg change stuff afterwards. See what points Mick brings in. Tough race, Brazil. It's going to be a very, very tough race, but hey, what can you do? 400 points Mick has brought in. It's now having on number 14, on level 14 even for Team McLean. By crashing to Mick, there's going to be a definitely going to be a mass exit, I'd say that much. Do a flying lap and let's just go from there. No one behind us by the looks of it. No one in front of us. Try and push the limit as much as I possibly can. Ricardo 1:10.7, so that just shows what time you can get round here. So in fact we're on the slowest car on the grid. Definitely going to be achieving that today. That's another fairly narrow crash by Hungary. Behind Alonso, he needs to move out the way, he ain't moving out the way. Can't just cost me this lap. A little bit wide coming out in that corner. To the fast left hand to the 90 degree. In fact, I've gone faster through the middle sector. So Alonso's helped me there a lot. See what time I can post though. Down through the final corner technically. Third fastest. Only 3 tenths. Against Garage, decent start. Definitely got the pace over 1 lap. See what that time's our teammate does. Through the right hander there. Very decent for the double right hander. We get to middle sector wise. Let's see, approach the hairpin. What time does it do for the middle sector? A 37.6. Could be a decent lap by Mick. He's P20 at the minute. Lap time may just be slower than me. In fact, it's about 3 seconds slower than me. He's 14th fastest. So I'm still sitting pretty up in P7. Everyone's had a lap. Get on the track then and see what that time I can achieve. Oh, that's perfect, right behind Alfa Romeo and Antonio Giovinazzi. Take it slightly further forwards. Try to clear of Antonio here and hopefully should see me. I may not even make it. Because I just make it in the end. This will be my one and only chance of getting a decent spot on the grid for the start of the race. Through the CRS's we go down the second DRS straight in through the detection point. Green through the first sector. We'll make 8 on the lap, so we'll be moving out my way quite quickly actually, out my way. Through the right, into the left. Parking up now. Half a second up there. I'll make that 6 tenths up. Fastest through the middle sector again, 6 tenths up on Daniel Ricciardo. This could be a very impressive lap indeed. And I could be lapping this one up in a minute, 5 tenths up. But using just quicker from Ricciardo. I don't know where that is going to see me. Is that P3? No way. No.
We're all ready for tomorrow's race, but before we begin, let's have a quick look at those who will be fronting the grid. Hamilton, Bottas and Wood. With qualifying complete, all that remains is the main event. We'll be live and uninterrupted for the Grand Prix tomorrow, so make sure you join us then.
That lap was immense. It's a Haas back row, but that shows promise. That shows a lot of promise in this car. Wow.
The fans really seem to enjoy that. He made it look easy. Let's talk about another team. How do you feel they did today? Do you feel that you don't need to practice? The regulation changes for next season have been announced. How is your team going to cope with the transition? Appreciate your time.
I mean, second row on the grid with the worst car on the grid. It's certainly a freak result, I know that much. Surely, if we can turn this third into another podium, well, if we can turn this third into a podium at least, I'll be laughing. Third on the grid in only the first season.
Alright, I think we can call that a successful qualifying. We should be in with a good chance in the race.
It's proof that this is the first season. It's like Kimi Raikkonen's still in. I am in shock. Only 2 races this season have we finished in the points, and that was in America and at the Dutch Grand. Since the summer break, we finished in the points 3 times. Granted, we're miles off the rest, but that's decent. Wow.
Formula One returns to Sao Paulo once again with the stage set for what promises to be another classic Brazilian Grand Prix. Sebastian Vettel famously clinched his 3rd championship here in 2012, and in 2016 Max Verstappen treated us to one of the finest wet weather drives of all time. It's an unusual anti-clockwise race here at Interlagos, where the Sao Paulo locals are packed into the grandstands at each of the 15 corners around this classic 2.7 mile circuit. 2 very fast sections bookend the famous and highly technical Sector 2, where getting a good run out of Junsao into one of the 2 DRS zones will be the key to any overtaking prospects today. It's race day yet again, and joining me for a chat, Anthony Davidson. And our racers are certainly in for a rough day today. What will you be watching for as they go down into turn 1?
Well, the start of the race is always one of the most nerve-wracking parts. You have to hope that everyone is able to get off to a clean start, and this is possibly the trickiest part of the entire race. So many drivers in such a small space, and finding your braking point into turn 1 as well. It's a testament to the driver's skill that there aren't more incidents.
Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. An immense lap from Lewis Hamilton yesterday puts him on pole position, and Valtteri Bottas will line up alongside. Considering the rest of the grid,